And now, Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon, bringing you local strategies that work at a national level. Here's your host, Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon.
All right, here we are.
Hello, hello.
Yes, I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Well, what's going on is we're on the radio.
Yeah, there we go. Now
Tuesday.
Now they work. Yes, Take It Back Tuesday. Here we go again. I'm excited to be here, man. This is amazing, right?
Yeah, you almost look excited.
I'm getting there. So I think it's
because you didn't put your scarf of power on today.
Maybe
it wasn't quite cold enough when you went outside.
Yes, it was not quite cold enough. So here we are, guys. You are listening to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. We are here every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Astor Broadcast Group. We are the co-founders of Coast to Coast RIA, or Real Estate Investment Association. We have 34 chapters in 16 states with over 4,000 members. So one of the ways that we wanted to give back was this radio show. And today is Take It Back Tuesday. And on Take It Back Tuesday, you got to take back your life. So today we're going to talk a little bit about taking back your life. Why? Because today is the last day of the year. What have you guys accomplished to this point, right? What are you going to do next year? What are you going to do when tomorrow starts?
Oh, I'm going to wake up.
Okay, well, good. That's a start. That's a good start.
Are you asking me a question? Or
I don't know. I was making a statement. I was, kind of both. You know what I mean? Letting them think. Here,
well,
what are you
getting ready for our trip to KC's? What I'm going to be doing?
What are you going to do tomorrow? All right, good.
Phone a friend.
Good. Phone a friend. Get something accomplished, guys. You need to realize that today is your day. Today. So, if you guys are on board, man, then it's time. It's time to wake up right now and realize we're about to take this party off, right? Let's get this party started, man. Today is Take Back Tuesday.
Everybody's got to get all aboard. That's right, man. And if you haven't set any kind of goals or guidelines or aspirations, or you haven't even been thinking about what it is that you're going to do to start the new year off and how you're going to do it, you better take care of that like right now.
Right now. Yeah. Today. Here's the thing is people will go, you know what? Well, it's too late. It's too late, Ivan. It's too late. It's already the end of the year. It's too late. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, excusism.
Is there something you could do? But I mean, there's something you could do right now. You could start planning what you're going to do next year. It's never too late to get started. It's only too late to give up. I mean, for me, that's how I feel. Look, if you're going to give up, it's too late for you. At that point, it's too late. But until then, man, it's never too late.
And that's what I tell some of our students too. And they're well, do this and that, and don't give up on me. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it. He's like, I'm not gonna give up on you. The only way I'll give up on you is if you give up on yourself.
That's right.
Once you quit, if you're gonna give up on yourself, I'm not gonna chase after you. I'm not gonna put all the effort and energy into you if you're not gonna be willing to do it yourself.
Right? Because you know why? Do you know why?
Because I don't have the time.
That's why. Because I'm number one. You got to feel that you're number one. And you're not going to put energy into them if they don't feel like they're number one, right?
Right.
So they've got to believe in it. And here's the thing, guys. Look, I went to, Ivan and I went to go see Justin Bieber's movie yesterday for Madison's birthday, Believe. And, when we were watching it, right, there was this one point when Ivan kind of teared up, but it was a great point that Justin Bieber was saying, and what he said was, when you start to make it right,
I was hurting for you.
You were crying. I could feel it in your bones. I could feel it.
From my house.
Yes.
Oh man.
And he said, all these people are going to want to hate you, but hey, don't let gravity bring you down. You got to believe. Whoa! And then he started flying away.
Justin Bieber right now.
What?
Where has this show gone?
We're quoting Justin Bieber. Look, you were the one that was impressed by that, so that's all I'm saying.
I was just glad I hadn't, I don't like my girls being sick ever. At least this time when they were sick, it was during a time when you invited me to go somewhere. And, it's like, well, sorry.
Okay, well, you've taken this to a really weird space right now. Look,
I'm not going to be going to Justin Bieber shows and movies and things with you. That's what I'm saying.
Great. Well, thank you for taking up a minute of our time to get that sentence out. That was well worth it.
We're going to win. And I'll tell you why. superior attitude, superior state of mind.
That's right. We got a superior attitude and a superior state of mind. That's why we're going to win. And you know who gave that to us? Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
There you go. Good job. All right. So moving on from this point, guys, if you just tuned in, we are not a Justin Bieber talk show. We are, however, Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. We are on Bloomberg Radio, AM 1450 and AM 1510, from L.A. to San Diego and everywhere in between. And today is the last day of the year. So what we wanted to focus on today was, how do you get started next year? If you wanted to get somewhere, if you wanted to get going next year, if you've been dying to get into real estate, if you've been dying to get to that next stage in your life, if you've been dying to step up, I mean, for lack of a better word, if you've been dying to step up, then today is your day. Don't go anywhere. This show is going to be amazing. This show, if you allow it, will change your life, and it'll change the direction and the trajectory that you're going, if you allow it. How? By simply starting to apply some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. Goal setting. We're going to be talking about what you can do to get started right now. For instance, guys, look, if you have zero experience in real estate and you're really just kind of trying to get into, well, that would be you, but I'll snap my wristband because that's what they were thinking, not me, but that's what they were thinking. But I'll still snap my wristband for them. And if you were doing your best to get into this, look, you can go to c2creia.com/bird dog program, and you can get involved right now. It's not going to cost you any money. All it's going to take is your time. Look, if you don't have knowledge and you don't have money and you don't have credit, you're going to have to give something up to acquire one of those. And that's going to have to be the fourth thing, time.
Yeah, always
right?
time.
Always. If you don't have anything else, you at least have time. We have a simplified system that can get you interactive right now in real estate investing. Just go to c2creia.com/bird dog program. The other thing, guys, if you're wondering who we are, look, you can Google us. You can also go to peteasmus.com, peteasmus.com, or you can go to ivanoberon.com, IVANOB. Oberon, Oberon.
Yeah.
See, well, look, I can barely spell as it is.
Partners, man?
Look, if I wrote it down, I could spell it, but I'm sitting there trying to spell out of the sky right now. I'm horrible at spelling as it is. You know that. You proofed my book.
Yes, I can attest to that.
Yes, you proofed Force Your Dreams. Remember the first draft I sent you? You went, no, that's a good start.
Yes.
That was awesome. Thank you very much for killing my dream. And
yeah,
then
like
all I did,
how much better it turned out.
Well, that's right, because you tried to force me down. You tried to be a wet blanket on my dream.
Like 4 snaps that you gotta snap your wristband on right now.
What did I say? What did I say?
You kept repeatedly saying try.
Yeah, man. What? All right.
And you're just lucky I'm not sitting right next to you, because you'd have like these welts.
Golly, that is really starting to hurt. I got to be honest with you right there. And I didn't. Okay. All right. Moving on. Guys, I'm excited today. We're going to be talking to Stacee Nelson too.
Cool.
Yeah, you met her at when we were in KC, which, by the way, we are going to again. Yes, I know, but I'm excited about KC as well.
Yeah,
we're going back.
I've been looking forward to this trip for a while.
This
will be our first time there in the cold of winter.
The cold. You know what I did last night? I had to get some gloves.
You're bringing extra scarves.
Did you see how many? I posted how many scarves I had.
Yeah, but you didn't say how many you're bringing. I imagine you're probably going to bring at least 6, though.
Well, yeah, we're going to be there 4 days. I mean, I've got to have a change of scarf, right? You can't wear the same one all day long. What would people think?
That you were normal.
Oh, well, yeah. No, we don't want that. That's crazy.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah, that would be nuts. So, yeah, I'm going to probably.
I am bringing one, though. I do own one scarf.
I actually got you one too.
Very manly.
Well, I got you one. It's a Tommy Hilfiger, so you'll like it. And it's wool, so it like scratches the stuff out of your neck. And, I figured you'd like that.
Oh, yeah. I'm wearing that all the time.
Now I know that I'm a man because this is uncomfortable to wear. That's why I figured I'd give it to you. You're never going to wear it anyway, so why
He
not?
always gives me his little hand-me-downs that he doesn't want.
That's not...
Oh, that's what I got for you, man. No, it really just, I got it for myself, but it didn't fit. So I want to go back to the store and return it. Scratch my neck, whatever it is.
Hey, that
here,
one
here
shirt...
you go, though, because I love you.
I wanted that shirt, that one I did want. I thought it was cool. You like it, right?
Yes.
Okay, well then what are you complaining for? It's not like I have bad taste. God, you're acting like I'm handing you clothes.
Like a sandpaper scarf you're going to give.
That's okay, slightly. Well, maybe. Okay. Well, it'll be you're scratching your neck.
Put powder on it too, you know. A little leftover from Halloween.
Here's some baby powder that go with the scarf that I gave you. This is going to be a great trip. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me right now, man. My stomach is hurting from laughing. Okay, so we're going to have Stacee on, who we got all off track there. She's been doing stuff for a long time, man. She's been investing since she was 20. That's when she, or in her 20s is when she got her first house. And then last week, she was in Atlanta doing that big walkthrough of a huge project that they're looking at doing out there. So,
apartment building.
Yeah, so I'd like to talk to her, one, about investing here locally. I know that she's looking for a flip just like we are. Well, we're looking for two flips, actually. We're looking for a property that we can rehab and then resell and donate those proceeds to our F3 project and to three different charities. Yep, absolutely.
So any bird dogs or wholesalers listening right now, we need a property in San Diego County.
San Diego County, we need to be all in at about 80% just so that we have something that we can give back to the community that we're doing this in.
80% of ARV, single family, single story, 3.2 to 4.3, preferably at least 1,300 square feet.
I love it, man. Keep going. What else you want? Come on.
In San Diego County, you know, Carlsbad, Escondido, Oceanside, El Cajon, surrounding areas.
Dear Santa.
And then, of course, in Riverside County, we're also looking for a property in Riverside County.
Yes.
Similar figure or numbers, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a single story.
That's right. And we want it to be one thing for sure.
I don't know, maybe because it's super badass.
It's got to at least be that. I at least want it to be that. You know what I mean?
So like a couple of squatters and a hoarder living.
Yes, exactly. Just so we can kick some people out. You know, just so that way if somebody's going crazy.
So that's one of your New Year's resolutions. I want to kick somebody out of their home.
No,
way to go, Pete.
I want to hear this.
Community.
I want to hear this over a police scanner.
Complain he's being belligerent and hostile.
That's all. That's all I want to hear.
You want a property in a war zone?
No, I just want to hear that about you. That they're calling you because you're being belligerent and hostile to get somebody kicked out, and then you just
that's already going to happen in KC because you know you got something coming.
What, me?
Yeah.
Why do I have something? What do you mean?
From Journey to Success and the whole wet blanket thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Forgotten about that.
No, look, Ivan. Please.
Now you're just compounding it with the whole Bieber thing.
Now I feel like if I'm going to blow myself up, right, I might as well make it a spectacular thing. I mean, I'm going to have fireworks going off in every direction.
It's going to be a mighty peacock, that's for sure.
It's going to be fun, man. Well, here, I've got one question for you, Ivan.
Who am I? I'm a champion.
You didn't even say it. You're not a champion?
I'm just sitting here thinking, man, how much of this conversation is going to be between me and Pete's soundboard?
I don't know. Well, just a lot of it. Do you remember when we were in KC last time? You know what made me think of that? When we were in KC the first time, right? Yep. That's right. When we were in KC the first time, and we were in the Marriott Hotel, and I was downstairs, and I had just woke up, and I played this.
Who am I?
And then upstairs,
I am a champion.
Yeah, you, Corey, and I, we all said it at the same time. But it was funny because you guys, I didn't even know could hear the computer. But all of a sudden, everybody in the whole place yelled, "I am a champion." I just thought that was awesome. So you ready? Before we go to break, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
I'm a champion.
There we go. Good job, man. All right, guys. Well, hey, you are listening to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon here on the Bloomberg Network, AM 1450 and AM 1510. When we come back, we're going to have Stacee Nelson with us, and we're going to be talking to her all about real estate investing locally and nationally. You're listening to Empowering Real Estate Radio. We are providing real estate strategies to change your life and the resources and support to go make something happen.
We'll be right back with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon on Investing Coast to Coast.
Hi, I'm Pete with Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. I know some of you are interested in getting involved in real estate, but you're still a little scared. Well, why not try the paper trading of real estate? Homevesting the game. That's right. Learn how to rescue, rehab, and resell properties before you do it in real life. Guys, you don't want to practice with your own money. Why not practice with a game? The paper trading of real estate. The online game is coming soon, and that version, you could win the proceeds from a flip. In order to purchase your board game, go to homevesting.com and enter the promo code C2C. It'll save you 50% off now.
Coming Insurance and Home Investing Junior for Kids.
What's the difference? Really, as a residential real estate investor, you should ask, what's the difference in real estate insurance? As it turns out, there's a big difference. Real estate investors require a unique insurance product, and National Real Estate Insurance Group is the nation's leader in real estate risk management solutions. We offer full-service residential and commercial insurance solutions to investors, including bulk REO companies, large-scale landlords, and rehabbers. National Real Estate Insurance Group is the only place where you can combine all your investment properties under one insurance policy with major benefits such as monthly billing, same-day proof of insurance, no vacancy clauses, and coverage for every phase of your property, from vacant to rented or under renovation. See how National Real Estate Insurance Group can make a difference for you. Go to nreinsurance.com. That's nreinsurance.com. Or call 800-900-5324. 800-900-5324.
Hi, this is Ivan with Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. If you're not where you want to be right now, but you're ready to get to the next level, come join our goals program at c2crea.com/goals and let us help you achieve your full potential.
And now, back to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon.
Yes, there they are. They're all out there. They're going crazy. And I even fixed the...
because they want to get inside.
They want to what? They want to get inside. You just came in on the mothership. They want to what? You are freaking me out right now. What is going on? Your voice is sounding all weird, man. Hey, I wanted you to hear something, though, real quick, just in case you didn't know.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
I just want you to know that. For 2014?
I'm going to show you how great I am.
That's what I'm going to do in 2014. I'm going to show you how great I am. That's because, you know why? Because today is Take It Back Tuesday. Take back your life. And here, guys, if you're just tuning in right now, you're listening to Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon on Investing Coast to Coast. We have a special guest today. We've got Stacee Nelson with us. We also are the co-founders of Coast to Coast REIA, which is Real Estate Investment Association. We have we have 34 chapters in 16 states with over 4,000 members. And we're affiliated with a lot of great programs. If you guys don't have insurance right now, if you guys are looking at getting into real estate investing, if you're looking at getting into investing and insuring products, the company we just had on, NRIG, National Real Estate Insurance Group, they are a great company, and they're great because they have different programs that are set up really specifically for investors. You know what I mean, Ivan? Okay,
I know
good.
exactly what you mean, man. I know a little bit about a program.
A little bit, right? Not a lot, but you know somewhat. Do you know anything about real estate or insurance at all? Have you ever heard of insurance?
Well, no. I mean, I just played around for about 10 years. I wasn't really paying attention, though. You weren't
doing. Why is it that you like real estate insurance or National Real Estate Insurance Group, NRIG?
Well, like you said, it's specifically because they are real estate investors for real estate investors. They created the whole thing around real estate investing, and there's such a disparity in the insurance industry for rehabbers and real estate investors and landlords and people who own multiple units and everything like that, as far as being able to get the correct coverage at a fair price, and they set out to do that. So they get you the exact coverages that you need, regardless of whether you're rehabbing houses or you own 300 units somewhere, or you have a business, you're an entrepreneur, small business owner. They have the right insurance products for you, and the important thing is getting the coverage that you need. Not necessarily going based off of, well, we can sell you this thing for real cheap, but if you have a claim, nothing's going to happen. And everybody forgets about how much they paid for their insurance premium. When a claim happens, they just want coverage to be in force. So right. they provide both the coverage that you need and a very competitive price. So, and they're just awesome people too. So
absolutely. Well, and one of the reasons I wanted you to say that was because we've got Stacee Nelson. Stacee, are you here with us?
Hi. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Stacee.
Super.
Good. And the reason that I was saying that is because you just got done looking at, you do both those, don't you? You do small individual properties, and then you do huge properties like 300-unit things, right?
That's right.
So they're fantastic for you too. But hey, let's talk about what were you doing? Well, here, first of all, let's talk about who you are. Can you tell us real quick, give us a quick 5-minute or 3-4 minute background on who you are and what you do?
Sure. Born and raised in Southern California, and started out with property development in the family, with the folks. Went a different route with my career. It took me to business school and to Europe, where I also did small degree of investing and going to auctions and so forth. And I came back to the States a few years ago. And about 2 years ago, left corporate to do real estate investing full-time.
That's awesome. How great did that feel when that happened?
I have never been happier or more fulfilled in my life
than doing real estate investing. Now, how hard has it been? Has it been challenging or has it been super easy?
Oh, my gosh. Being an entrepreneur is really, really challenging. We talk a lot about you're a solopreneur. When you work for somebody else, they have the HR department and the IT department and the office supply department.
Right. The office supply department, yep.
But when it's you don't have the assistants or you don't have all that network, so you become very creative. There's a ton of challenges. It doesn't always work, and you just have to figure out a way to make it work. But, man, being your own boss is the most amazing thing.
So, one of the things that I would like us to focus on a little bit today, Stacee, is because it is the end of the year, is different things that we could help everybody listening right now with the next year, 2014. Because one thing that we don't like to do is focus on what you can't do, and can't is a bad word, right? And I'm not saying it snapping my wristband just because it's the fact of we don't want to focus on the bad. We want to focus on the positives, right? So today, some of the things that I'd love for you to kind of share with us as well are some of the different things that you've done in order to get where you are, because, man, you are amazing. It's really cool when I see on Facebook that, you were up in Santa Barbara, now you're down in San Diego looking for a property to buy and flip and live in and all this other stuff, and you're out in Atlanta and you're doing these huge projects. And I think that that's very inspiring. One, because you're doing it. You've done it. No matter who you are, a man, a woman, young, old, doesn't matter. The fact is, you've done it. And that's incredible. The second fact to that is that you are traveling around and you're part of the diva, Cash Flow Divas. So you've embraced the fact of being a woman in real estate. And I think sometimes women that want to get into real estate, if they're single, if maybe their husbands aren't supportive, and so it's just them by themselves, they think, well, one, maybe I don't really know real estate. Two, I know I don't know construction. And what if they could, talk over me, or these guys could talk down to me? It becomes intimidating, and therefore they stop before they get started. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that you did to overcome that? And real quick, guys, you're listening to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. We're here with Stacee Nelson, and we're about to talk about some of the things that she's done to overcome challenges when she started out real estate investing.
Great, thank you. So one of the first things that I did was I got educated. There's a lot of free seminars. There's Urea. I paid for some of my education. So the first thing I did was start to get really educated. Sure, I had some experience in it, but I needed to know what the market conditions were and what was important and what was happening today and how I needed to go about it.
Right.
So, and that continues. I continue to get more education. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I didn't know everything. And as an entrepreneur, you can't possibly do everything. And so you mentioned the Cash Flow Divas. I started collaborating. I started building networks of people. I started finding people that were better at some things where I'm better at other things. The people that I do business with, they come together, and you guys are exactly the same way. It's not all about me and getting as much profit as I can. I'd much rather share some of that profit by collaborating with other people, because you gain so much more in the process. And you guys are exactly the same way. You give a ton.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, just so you guys know, you can go to StaceeNelson.com. That's StaceeNelson.com. or you can go to Cash Flow Divas. That's cash, right? CHSH. Flow, FLW. Whoa, God, I can't even spell. Hello,
Man,
Cash.
I'm also about to get impressed there for a minute. But
stop
you were
talking right now,
spelling and
man.
stuff,
What
man.
the God? Listen to me right now.
Spelling.
Based on what you just said, I think it's pretty obvious that a brain scan is in order.
All right, that's enough out of everybody. So, Cash Flow Divas. That's CASHFLOWDIVAS. CashFlowDivas.com. And that way, I think what you're saying is important, and I want to make sure that, if we do have any listeners out there that are looking for some inspiration, and maybe, listening to my YouTube videos in the morning are great, but maybe they want a woman's perspective, could they reach out to you and talk to you about things and about investing?
Absolutely. Happy to help anyone. But clearly the Cash Flow Divas, we target other women entrepreneurs and helping women create financial freedom in their own lives.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's something else.
Talk about that a little bit, please. Oh, well, okay, hold on. Let's go to break real quick, and when we come back, I would like you to talk about that. I think that's kind of a neat little thing. And here's why I think it's awesome. For if a woman's listening who would like to be involved, that's great, right? But if there's a man listening or a guy listening and he wants his wife to get involved, like sometimes I would love for Shannon to learn a little bit more about real estate, and maybe me teaching her isn't really the opportune thing to happen, right? Or Ivan or any of that. But maybe if I could get her into your group, then she's going to learn with other women. She's going to feel more inspired. And that way, I think this would be great for anybody to help somebody that they cared about learn about real estate. So anyways, guys, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. If you guys like anything that you're hearing, make sure that you guys go to c2creia.com/radio show. We transcribe the shows. We post them up on the internet. We make them downloadable. Make sure you guys listen to them over and over again, because these are inspiring things. And look, you're not going to get everything that we say the first time through. So make sure that you re-listen to it, because I'm telling you right now, the knowledge comes through repetition. It doesn't come through hearing it once. It comes through listening to it over and over and over again and putting the connections together. Guys, we are empowering real estate radio. We are providing real estate strategies for you to change your life. And realize this, we want to provide the support and the resources so that you can go make something happen.
We'll be right back with Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon.
Hey guys, this is Pete with Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. Look, if you want to get involved more and are wondering where to start, go to c2creia.com/webinars/. There are multiple webinars that you can register for right now. We do 2 live webinars a week, no matter what. Guys, we're here for you. Let us help take you to the next level. That's c2creia.com/webinars.
Private lending, it's about more than money. It's about self-reliance and the rugged individualism that built America. The American Association of Private Lenders is the voice of private lenders. Our purpose is to advance the interests of private lending and the entire peer-to-peer community. We lend our experience, enterprise, and energy to elevate the standards of our industry and give you a voice in your future. Part of that future? Build your future with us. Join the American Association of Private Lenders today. Go to aaplonline.com. Thank you.
I'm Justin Velthone with Toucan Websites, and at 10 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday, I tune into Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon on the Bloomberg Network, empowering real estate radio.
And now, back to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon.
Bam! And our special special guest, Stacee Nelson, right out of San Diego, California right now, actually, right? Aren't you floating around San Diego somewhere?
I'm on my way to Phoenix for a great party tonight, so I'm in Rancho Mirage, which is, I don't know where.
Oh, nice.
Man, look, I'm driving to Phoenix for a party. Who drives to Phoenix for a party? Well, okay, it's 4th of July. Hello, I'm in the wrong time of the year. It's New Year's. It's New Year's. So you're driving to, that is a long, that must be a hell of a party.
It's going to be a band. It's Sea Lamps. I don't know.
Are you actually driving right now?
No, I pulled over.
Okay, good, because you're starting to break up. I was like, if you get much farther away, we're going to hear... Every time you talk, it's going to sound like a walkie-talkie. So let's talk about real quick, Cash Flow Divas. I really like what you said there because I think that's a big need. What is exactly, what is Cash Flow Divas, and how does it work to empower women around it?
So Cash Flow Divas, we're a group of real estate investors that came together with a common vision was to help other women understand that they can reach their goals, that they don't have to be dependent necessarily on a job or a partner, or they may have other goals that they want to achieve in life, and we want to help empower them to do that. Most things that you want to do, not all, but most things, takes money. So we provide that support and that awareness. It's not just about real estate investing. It's about multiple streams of income. Your passion may not be real estate investing like mine, so let's find those things that you are passionate about, and how do you create an income stream around that? What is an income stream?
Wow.
What do you do with that money?
So you're saying that it's not even about, I thought Cash Flow Divas was all about real estate, so it's not even, it's about entrepreneurship. That's what it's about.
It's certainly much bigger than real estate, because real estate is just one stream of income, an important one, one that we're passionate about. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, as they say.
Right. No, that is so cool. That's inspiring. I didn't realize that it was that different. That and again, so if they wanted to get, okay, so what about a man? If he heard about it, if I'm listening, what could I do with Cash Flow Divas? Nothing, or could I be involved to some degree, like helping or anything like that?
Absolutely. I mean, that's our brand in a market to reach a certain type of person that may not be attracted, for example, to an REI expo. We want to reach a different market segment, but that doesn't mean that we don't love you. Of course we want you involved. We love men.
Oh, okay, so we love men. I love that. Okay, so what you're saying then, is this kind of like Lady Landlords then, where it has that stigma that it could be just women, but it isn't just women. It's men and women then? Both are in that group?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Well, that's much different then. That's awesome. Okay, so now this opens up a much bigger can of worms here for me. So what you're saying?
So now Pete wants to feel involved now.
Yes, exactly. So what do I got to do?
Good. We can talk about this then.
So how do I get into Cash Flow Divas? I don't. So let me get this straight. Now this is all about entrepreneurship too. So really, you guys are all about empowering the individual coming into it to do what they love to do and use the resources at the fingertips, basically, of what you've created, the hub that you've created, right?
That's right. An education that's certainly based on financial freedom, because we want people to become financially able to meet their goals or their desires or their passions in any way that can happen. So we, being in the circuit of going to a lot of different events, seminars, and so forth, are exposed to different entrepreneurs in different industries, and whether it be multi-level marketing or starting a new adventure company or doing real estate. All of those can provide a stream of income. So we want to help other people that aren't exposed to the same things that we're exposed to learn about that and to really dream bigger and to reach much higher than they ever thought possible. What I didn't know 3 years ago when I worked in corporate, I had no idea that I could be doing the things that I'm doing now.
Because what you're really kind of talking about is cross-platform, cross-platformization, if that is even really kind of a word, but that's really what you're talking about, creating a platform that you're able to bring all these other industries and basically make them bounce across with each other and create ideas that are going to revolutionize, golly, I'm just making up words, revolutionize the industry. And that's really, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons I love you so much, is because that's what Ivan and I aim to do. You know, Mike had this great word, disruptive force. I've just taken on that. I feel like I'm a disruptive force everywhere I go now. And I aim to disrupt what I don't feel is right and to put it back together in a much better, more efficient and unique way. And I think that's part of what I've done with my life. That's part of what we've done with even Coast to Coast, how it's been kind of taken apart and put back together again. We're different. We've evolved. We've progressed. And I think that's really what life is. And I'm just amazed at what you're doing with the Cash Flow Divas. It opens up so much more to my eyes with what you guys are doing than what I thought you were doing. So I'm really glad that we had you on and we're bringing this, because that's an organization that's also based out of down here, right? I mean, San Diego area, right?
It is, and it's a Leah Ox brainchild. She's the one that initially came up with the concept and brought it to me and to some other girls in our group, and it's kind of been an organic growth from there. But
like even our
Don't mess with me, man. I'm a lawyer.
Jillian Sidoti. That's Jillian. When she gets really mad, that's what she sounds like right there. I recorded it because she was freaking out one day, and I'm like, Jillian, hold on, and she goes,
Don't mess with me, man. I'm a lawyer.
And I said, all right, Jillian, I'm backing off, man. Relax. It's all good. And she said, okay, because
we're gonna win, and I'll tell you why. Superior attitude, superior state of mind.
And I just said, okay, Jillian, I'm behind you. Whatever it is we're doing, let's go. Let's do this. And so we were off to the races. I don't even know where we're going now at this point. I'm just excited.
I don't know. I guess you're still getting to use your soundboard. That's good.
This is fun and entertaining. Look, this is funtainment. Funtainment. Yes, it's fun, entertaining, and learning.
Funjucational.
That's right. And that's not a fungus, my friend. That's something you want. All right.
Yeah, you are a fun guy.
You want a funjucational. That's all I'm saying. So, Stacee, what are some of the things, if I wanted to get involved with you right now, if I'm listening going, you know what, this sounds more like my speed. I've been to some other REI clubs, and sometimes there's a guy like Pete up there who's, loud and motivating and stuff, but that's not really where I want to be. I'd like to be somewhere more on Ivan Oberon's level, where it's kind of, I figure if I'm going to hell, I'm going to go there in a handbasket right now. So I'm going to be more like on Ivan Oberon's level and, like a wet blanket. Then, oh, man, now I'm making fun of you, too. I can't do that. Never mind. I'm going to scratch this. So how would they get involved with you if they feel more comfortable with your style right now?
Reach out. You can go to the website and sign up, or go to your website. You guys have my email address.
That's right.
They can reach out that way. I'm certainly happy to help. I will be, as you said, I'm moving from Santa Barbara to San Diego at the end of the month, end of January.
What kind of property are you looking for? Let's throw that out there. You're looking for a property, right?
I am. I would love to start with a fix and flip in San Diego.
What are you looking for?
North or west. Love the ocean, so anywhere near the ocean.
Okay.
4.2, 4.3, at least 1,800 square feet, so that I can have other people come over, so that we can mastermind together at the house.
Sure.
While we're rehabbing it.
All right. What kind of price range are you looking for, or does that not matter?
The price doesn't matter. What matters is the
loan to value.
Loan to value, exactly.
Okay.
So bigger is better. Is if it's in a fire or if it's really damaged, those are the best. I love those. Love fixing those up.
Okay, so fire damage, like messed up foundation, anything that's going to require significant rehab to it, because you're going to get a better deal on that, obviously, as well, because there's more work involved, right?
Exactly, and there's great learning opportunities. I also have on my YouTube channel a lot of the before and after of the projects I did both in Santa Barbara and LA in the last year, to show that transformation, that it's not so scary. You walk into a house that my favorite rehab was a house I bought in Santa Barbara that had been in a fire. You were talking earlier about what type of property you'd like to have in Riverside. It was one of those where people were living in it, drug users, and a fire was lit, and it was in really bad shape. At least that's what the pictures looked like that I showed the bank of their property. Got me a really good price, and at the end, it wasn't really much worse than any other rehab that you do. It just looks worse.
It's just all about presentation too. I mean, I think it's about having a plan, an exit strategy, and an idea. And obviously, that you're extremely good at that. When we come back from the break, I would like to talk to you about the project that you went and looked at in Atlanta, if that's okay. Is that cool?
Yep.
All right. Perfect. Guys, you are listening to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon every Monday through Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the Asher Broadcast Group, part of the Bloomberg Network. That's right. Here on AM 1510 and AM 1450 from L.A. to San Diego and everywhere in between. We are empowering real estate radio, providing the real estate strategies to change your life and the resources and support to make it happen.
We'll be right back with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon on Investing Coast to Coast.
Hey guys, this is Pete with Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. Look, if you want to get involved more and are wondering where to start, go to c2creia.com/webinars/. There are multiple webinars that you can register for right now. We do 2 live webinars a week, no matter what. Guys, we're here for you. Let us help take you to the next level. That's c2creia.com/webinars.
8 to 15% return on investment? In this market? Come on, who's getting that? I'll tell you who. People investing in asset-based mortgage notes. Want proof? Go to loanmls.com and check out their inventory. Loan MLS is an online note exchange designed specifically for the private lending industry. It's for investors, brokers, lenders, and bankers to confidentially share information about loan assets they want to buy, sell, or fund. Loan MLS gives you the power to connect over 19,000 loan professionals and investors, and they all want to buy, sell, or invest in existing loans, loan pools, or new loan originations. Membership is nominal. You can send unlimited inquiries to sellers, and if you're selling notes, you can post up to 10 listings a month. There are no contracts, and you can cancel at any time. And right now, there's a free trial to see if it's a good fit for you. LoanMLS.com makes buying, selling, or investing in loans easier. Visit LoanMLS.com today.
Hi, I'm Pete with Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. I know some of you are interested in getting involved in real estate, but you're still a little scared. Well, why not try the paper trading of real estate? Home vesting the game. That's right. Learn how to rescue, rehab, and resell properties before you do it in real life. Guys, you don't want to practice with your own money. Why not practice with a game? The paper trading of real estate. The online game is coming soon, and that version you could win the proceeds from a flip. In order to purchase your board game, go to homevesting.com and enter the promo code C2C. It'll save you 50% off now.
Coming soon, Home Investing Junior for kids.
And now, back to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon.
Yes. And hey, Home Vesting the game, just so you guys know, very shortly coming out. Home Vesting, we're going to be giving away a car, and I think it's starting next Monday. So you could either win a car, an SUV, or a truck, a crew cab truck. I mean, man, all for
some kind of vehicle.
Yeah, some kind of vehicle, whatever you want, and it's gonna. Man, you just can't beat that for $25.
2014.
Yeah,
Jaguar
life.
XKSJ.
Well, that might be a bit much. You need it. Stop talking.
You told me whatever car I want.
You know what? I don't. Again, I don't. Think
it's on my desktop.
I don't like you talking.
So I want it.
When have I told you to stop talking?
Didn't you tell me? I'm just saying.
Shut the hell up.
That's all I'm saying.
Maybe I'll just have to play it for a little bit longer.
A warm glass? Would you like a warm glass? A warm glass of. Guys, you're listening right now to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. Hey, we have a special guest here today, Stacee Nelson. She's with Cash Flow Divas. She's investing from coast to coast, actually. And right now, what I'd like to talk to her about is all about this project that she has coming up in Atlanta. How big is that project, Stacee?
So it's a 238-unit apartment complex in outskirts of Atlanta, outskirts of downtown Atlanta, in what we probably call a C neighborhood, not far from a bad neighborhood, and
not far from a good one.
Not far from a more C neighborhood. It's just that it's an apartment complex type area for around that area,
like right in the middle. Yeah, I mean, C. That's a middle neighborhood. That's average.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
So there are issues. We went out there, as you said, as you learned a week ago, right before Christmas. We went out there to kick off the due diligence. Learned a lot about the area and the apartment complex. Met with security. Security at that type of complex, we learned, was extremely important.
Okay. So walking around security in a little cart security, or what do you mean?
Well, so they have a couple. The way they structure it out there is they have a person that visits all of their sites, several apartment complexes, and they have a couple people that live in the complex that kind of have that role, that they walk around several hours a day and spot at night and so forth. They added lights, so big LED outdoor
safety. Mm-hmm.
Safety really made it a concern, and have built a relationship with the local police force so that when they suspect that there's activity going on in the site, that they invite the police on the property to take a look at that in advance. So they're, over the last 6 months, have cleaned out most of the issues that led it to be a more unsafe apartment complex.
Got it.
So we didn't know that until we went there and spoke with them, but
that's really where some of the opportunity lies, too, though, like you were saying before. There can be physical damage to a property, but there could also be, tenant damage type of, you know what I mean? Like the feeling of the place, unsafe type of thing that you've got to get certain elements out of there. It can be the same type of challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're flipping the tenants as well as the property sometimes to increase the value. I mean, it's true though. You've got to get out the bad elements so you create a safer environment, right? But when you do that, you are able to increase the value of the property. Correct, Stacee?
That's absolutely correct. So this is a distressed property. Like, that's what we do. We buy distressed properties for less money, and we turn it around. Security is one factor. If it's an unsafe place, people aren't going to move in there with their kids. 230 units, that's a lot of people, and if they don't feel safe in their home, they're not going to stay, and they're not going to respect it.
Correct.
So safety is important. What we also learned through the due diligence, and we went through every single unoccupied, and there was over 50% of the units were unoccupied.
Wow.
Every single one, and looked at the damage and estimated the cost of repair.
Okay. And how does it look? Does it look like it's a potential deal for you?
Well, it was a lot more repair than we thought going in with the price that we were discussing before we went there. So right now we're in
negotiation over the price now. Drop the price.
We're in price negotiation, exactly.
Okay. Well, that's cool, though. That's exciting, right? I mean, and here's the thing, guys. Even if Stacee doesn't get this particular deal, the reality is by her stepping out and doing something, it gets her closer to that. And I mean, I know you understand that, Stacee, but I want them to understand as well that it's the fact of, look, we've got to get out and start doing things for the opportunities to present themselves. And every opportunity doesn't mean it's an opportunity we can take advantage of. It might not be right for us. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And I think you make a really good point. That is the one thing, besides the education, besides the collaboration, is the first and probably most important thing is that you have to take action. You have to do something. If you have an idea, then go to the next RIA meeting or pick up the phone or start looking on the internet at properties. Do something. Because doing nothing is basically you're going to stay where you are.
Absolutely, and going nowhere is going backwards. It's the same.
Well, and getting out there and doing the due diligence without stepping into a mess that you had no clue about, and that's one thing I think a lot of people don't do, and that's part of the education process. Is that you better go and really see what's going on in such a project like that, and too many people get involved because somebody says one thing or another, or it's going to be a good deal, or don't worry, we're taking a look at it without actually vetting it for themselves. Then they end up getting themselves in trouble. And now you know that all those things took way more money than you expected. You looked at every single unit, which I don't think a lot of people would do.
Right.
They would just do kind of an overall and well, okay, we've done 50 of them.
Yeah.
We really have to do the other
exactly.
100.
And what ones aren't they going to bring you to? They're not going to bring you to the worst ones. That's why you have to see every single one of them, because the one that they don't take you to will be the one with the biggest issues. You know what I mean? It just makes sense. Anyway, Stacee, thank you so much for being on today. Did you have fun?
I had fun. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, if you want to get in touch with her, don't let her go anywhere. Stacee Nelson at STACEENELSON.com. Contact her today. Do you have any phone numbers at all that they could get a hold of you at?
Wow. Yeah, I guess I could.
Well,
or
we'll just leave the email. Yeah,
well.
we could do the email too if that would be better communication for you because you travel a lot.
That's true, and I'm on different time zones.
Sure.
So Yeah, it's first, FIRST, light, LIGHT, management, spelled out, firstlightmanagement@gmail.com.
Perfect. All right, Stacee, thank you so much, and have a great day, okay?
Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year to you. Guys, we are going to be right back. You're listening to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific time. If you guys are across the internet, don't worry about it. You can listen live. Don't think just the podcast is your only option. You can go to c2creia.com/AM1510 and you can listen around the world. Guys, we are empowering real estate radio. We are providing real estate strategies to change your life and the resources and support to go make something happen.
We'll be right back with Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon.
Do you want to invest in private money loans? Or do you want to borrow from a private lender? The Private Money Lending Guide was created to help private investors and borrowers better understand the requirements for these types of loans. The Private Money Lending Guide has 2 sites, depending on whether you want to invest in private money loans or borrow from a private money lender. The Private Money Lending Guide allows you to view lists and contact private money lenders who can fund loans others cannot in all 50 states. Whether you need a loan of $100,000 or $10 million, understanding the details of obtaining or investing in a private loan will help you find a loan to meet your needs and negotiate a better deal. You'll find articles and educational materials on the loan funding process, industry players, analyzing loans and loan investments, tips for using retirement accounts, choosing the right broker or lender, and more. The best source for new private money investors and borrowers is the Private Money Lending Guide. Visit privatemoneylendingguide.com. privatemoneylendingguide.com.
Hi, this is Ivan with Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. If you're not where you want to be right now, but you're ready to get to the next level, come join our goals program at c2creia.com/goals and let us help you achieve your full potential.
And now, back to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon.
All right, here we are back in the final stretch, the final 8 minutes.
And does it seem to you that these shows just go by so much faster than they used to?
Yes, they go by so quick now. It's well, not because they're live, so that we get an hour period. That's all we get. There is no stop and redo it, stop and redo it. It's all in one take, and that is it. This is what you get, whether you like it or not. It's where we are. So, you know what though? But I like live radio. I like it a lot more because it's more relevant. It's more real.
Oh, totally.
It's what we're doing. You know. And guys, you know, we want you to understand that listening to the podcast, listening live, it's great. We want you to listen, but we also want you to take action. We want you guys to inspire your life. We want to inspire your life. We want you to inspire others' lives, because here's the thing. When you do something, you get some kind of enjoyment out of it. When you teach others to do it and you see them do it, it is beyond imagination how amazing that is. So here's what I want to challenge you with. In 2014, take your life to the next level. Become a teacher. Don't become a follower. Become a leader. Don't become a student. Become a student and a teacher at the same time. I mean, you've got to always be learning. You can't think that you know everything, because that's not true.
Always got to be a student.
You always got to be a student, but start teaching what you learn. It will ingrain that thought process so much better into your brain and into your daily life if you start teaching it. Teach it to your kids. You want to get a better positive attitude? Teach your children how to have a better positive attitude. You want to think that anything is possible? Start teaching your children, teach your friends, teach your spouse that anything is possible. Take your life to the next level. Guys,
absolutely.
You know, do it today. Do it now. Do it. There's no point in waiting. It is the end of the year, I guess, at this point. You've waited. You've done it. You've made it. You've made it all the way to the end of 2013. Great job.
That's right. All you procrastinators out there, you finally made it to the end.
Yeah.
Now it's time to take action.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let go and let's go. Let's make something happen. Ivan, what would you like to say, man?
I'm just excited, man. There's always that feeling of I don't want to say like butterflies or anxiety, but there's that feeling of, man, what did we do this year? You take kind of a mental inventory of everything that you've accomplished, everything that you went through, all the lessons that you had to learn, and hopefully you were intelligent enough to actually learn from the lessons and from getting kicked in the face and
right.
From the relationships that you build and let's be honest, man, we all get kicked in the face and we get punched and we get spit on and we get all kinds of different things happening along the way, and that's just, I think, part of the dues to success and to reaching whatever goal, whatever your own definition of success is. I mean, our definitions will vary greatly what that means, but on your own journey to that definition, there's going to be so many hardships and there's going to be so many lessons, there's going to be so many rewards as well, and you just got to keep your focus on what those rewards are and keep your focus on the dreams and keeping it alive. We had our share of challenges, and I'm excited for this coming year too, to see our share of successes as well that are going to become in 2014 based off of the foundation that we've worked all this year to lay. Because you can't get anywhere, you can't build anything great without a great foundation, and sometimes that takes time. I mean, every time it always takes time to build the best foundations.
Well, yeah,
but
the weaker your foundation, the weaker your structure. So
2014, I mean, you're going to get to start reaping a lot of the seed planting and the foundation building that we did in 2013. So I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for that.
And I'm seeing a lot of people kind of joining us and want to get on board, and power to them. We won't give up on you. We won't let you quit on yourself, and don't do it. Just commit to not quit yourself either, because that's the only way that you fail, is when you quit. As long as you continue to get up, and as long as you continue to do things every single day, even when you do fail, because you are going to fail,
you're going to get a different result.
The difference, you'll get a different result, but the point is that you might get a result that knocks you down. So you gotta still get back up and move forward.
That's right. I talked to Brent last night as well, Brent Hall, and we were talking about the same thing. And, he said, sometimes I just get focused on work and, I just get bitter and this and that. And I said, look, you need that. You need that anger. You need that frustration with your job, because unless you have it, you're going to stay there forever.
It's constructive discontent.
Yes. You have to be uncomfortable to move forward. You have to be uncomfortable with where you are in order to take off and become somewhere different. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, anyways, guys, I want to tell you, thank you so much for listening to us today.
Winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-the-time thing. You don't win once in a while, and you don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit.
Guys,
that's right.
Winning is a habit. You're listening to Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon on Investing Coast to Coast. You're listening to Empowering Real Estate Radio. Guys, we are empowering real estate radio. We're empowering your life. Thank you so much. We are providing the real estate resources to change your life. You know what I'm saying. Guys, you put the Y in our success. Have a great day.
You've been listening to Investing Coast to Coast with Pete Asmus and Ivan Oberon. Visit us at c2crea.com for more information and resources.